last year and the year before have taught me two things. People like to talk, but they don't necessarily like to do anything with the information that they've gleaned. And this is really interesting because having launched and completed the Experience Chasm survey, the largest piece of feedback that I got was that the questions were very insightful, and it was great to be able to share details in a safe space. But here's my question to others who aren't necessarily combining lived experience with strategic experience. What is it that you're looking to get out of doing this exercise? Because we've seen already with the overwhelming amounts of listening sessions that happened immediately after George Floyd, it was done to jump on the bandwagon of we support black colleagues, but what else has it done? What else was the byproduct besides talking? And I think this is really where you have to be careful about the motivations for you deciding to be in the space to uplift the voices of black women when you're not a black woman. What's the motivation for it? Because if the intent isn't, and when I say isn't, in this particular, and I will, funnily enough, defer to Brené Brown on this, in her book that she co-edited with Tarana Burke, the lived experience has to take precedence and needs to be front and center. So when you're deciding as a non-black woman that you want to fight the battles of black women and you want to solicit information for black women, why are you really doing this? Because this is the moment where, in the space of being an ally, you need to stand aside and work with black women who stand front and center to find a solution. Because having done a survey as a black woman for black women, the questions you put into it make a difference to the outcome as well as the intention. So, as I said, in the spirit of allyship, think about your motivation, but also think about whose voice are you seeking to uplift here, and is the effort you're putting in and are the questions you're creating really going to move us beyond the dial, besides saying this was the bad experience that I had? Because to be perfectly honest, we don't need any more trauma reporting, because that is not the complete story of the black female narrative.